All right. Test, test,
Test.
test, test.
Big movie that celebrated 40 years recently, E.T. So last week, E.T. has now been around for 40 years, and Drew Barrymore has been posting some things on social media, some very nice pictures of her as a little girl with Steven Spielberg and behind the scenes and all this that. So
That was her. Oh yeah, that was her in the movie.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
indeed,
Why didn't
little
they make her
young.
wear a shirt? Like that seems like a very odd choice for a little girl.
I think that was the alien. I think you're thinking of the alien.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore. Yeah, we're
No,
on the same page.
she was a little girl that was with the alien, not the actual alien.
Oh,
Yeah.
the blonde one that turned out to be a shitty actress. Okay, I got it mixed up. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Exactly.
What is this assault on Drew Barrymore for no fucking reason?
I don't know. I have always disliked Drew Barrymore. Honestly,
Wow.
the only thing I've ever liked Drew Barrymore in, even when I was a kid, is watching E.T. You know, I thought, what a pretentious bitch. And then even from going on forward, I just didn't care for her or her acting. But I do want to say, in defense, the Santa Clarita, is that how you pronounce it?
Santa Clarita
Diet.
or whatever.
She was fantastic in. Everybody in that show was amazing. It's shit that it got canceled when it did and didn't go on longer. She was amazing. So I bust balls, and I'm half-ass joking. I really don't care for her as an actress, but I don't dislike her that much. But Santa Clarita Diet was amazing.
So Drew
All right.
Barrymore, if you're listening, and we know you are, even though that
Of
show
course.
got canceled, don't worry, it was not all for naught. Dean actually did like you in that role, so there you go.
I did.
All
I
these
did.
years of acting trying to impress him, and something finally worked.
All right. Well, great. That was a
Good
nice,
job, dear.
unnecessary segue into Drew Barrymore's acting. So, what did you guys think of E.T.? Did you watch E.T.? I mean, obviously, Nick did not see it when it was around. Nick, Dean, you probably didn't see it in the theater either. Did you see it? Where did you see E.T. for the first time?
I am. How old am I? I'm 41 or 42 years old, and
You're 41.
all right, I'm 41 years old. So I would have been 1 year old when it came out in theaters. So I wouldn't have seen it in theaters. I know. I mean, I recall watching it on the big old wooden TV with the big old clunky VCR on top.
Yep.
So.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever age you start remembering movies, that's when I started watching E.T.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick, have you seen it?
Yeah, E.T. Similar. Like, just it's a very young memory, a very early memory of watching that movie on on a VHS. I think we used to my grandma. This is how we used to illegally stream things back in my day. My grandma worked with somebody who had HBO, so she would record like movies on the HBO Family channel and on a VHS and give them to my grandma, which in turn like would make their way to our house, and that's how I'd see a lot of those movies.
Nice.
It was one of those. E.T. was one of those ones that I remember. I do remember that about it. It was recorded off of HBO and handed along through the grapevine for me to see it. I remember.
Was that with the little dots?
Yes. Yep. Wow.
Yep.
You're tapping into a hidden part of my brain right there. I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
Wait till I get back there and tap into other things.
As I was saying it, I'm like, shit, that's gonna lay the groundwork for him to say something super inappropriate to me. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. I'm used to it. But yeah, it was. I remember as a kid, I was really intrigued by it, but it kind of freaked me out because it was so well done. I mean, it was so, especially for the time, it was so realistic, and it was
what
just
part
very.
freaked you out?
It freaked me out. Like it was cool that they were friends, but like definitely when they came to get him, like when
so like when he
the
was
government
turning gray.
Yeah, it comes and gets him, and he's like freaking out, and they're like screaming and trying to. I mean, it was just very unsettling. You know what I mean? Like it's just very, very unsettling.
Okay.
I like that, but it was a great movie, and I mean, as I've seen it, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you when the last time I'd seen it all the way through was. It's, I'm sure, been over 20 years ago since I've seen it again. But
Yeah.
I remember it being really good. Like it's a obviously we're still talking about it 40 years later, so it holds up. It's a pretty good
Sure.
movie. It's a classic, But yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I would like to go back and rewatch it. Actually, my kids are at the age of 10 and 6 to where they would probably enjoy
Yeah,
that movie now.
they'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies that I enjoyed it when I saw it. It was definitely, like you say, it was stressful and it was sad, but it
Yeah.
obviously had some very happy moments. I definitely remember crying. I saw it in the theater as a kid. With when
Really? At
he
38 years old, you still cried when you saw it?
yeah, believe it or not. No, but it was sad when he finally left and the goodbyes
Well
and all
done.
that. But anyway, but I haven't seen it in years. And it's just one of those things to where why haven't we gone back and watched it a second time?
Maybe we should all like put on quilts and get some popcorn and watch the three of us together on the couch.
There
I
you
like
go.
that.
I've heard worse ideas.
I love a good fucking quilt.
Well, stop fucking the quilts. You're going to ruin them.
This is my fucking quilt.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Another thing E.T. is known for, as you might remember, is the worst Atari 2600 game of all time.
Oh.
So there's a documentary about that you can find out there. I think on Netflix, but I think I had the actual programmer, and there was a whole big following of people that were trying to find a landfill where they allegedly buried a bunch of these cartridges. And people would meet and go out and dig, and somebody found one buried in the sand somewhere, and I don't know, but just a very interesting document. And it was a crappy game. I do remember playing that as a kid, but a decent movie. So
I was watching a documentary on Netflix, I think it was, or it kind of outlines, might have been Hulu, it outlines the kind of invention of the home video game system. It starts with people reprogramming arcade games and things like that.
No.
And
that's the same series. I think that's an episode. Like that's the earlier episode, and then the ET episode comes up a little bit later.
They talk about that ET game. Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, that must have been it.
For the life of me, I can't remember it, but you had brought up the series before in one of our reviews.
That's right.
Go back in the archives and listen and try to find it. But
that's right.
And listen to all the different episodes and see if you can and write us on email or Facebook and let us know when you find it and where it was.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Millennial Nick, along with Gen X Brian and Xennial Dean. Hey, if you liked that video, which we really hope you did, you should like and subscribe. That would be great.